In Psalm 17, King David desired to demonstrate his loyalty to Hashem above, so he requested that God test him. David wanted to show that he was on the same spiritual level as the patriarchs, Avraham, Yitzchak, and Yaakov. King David voluntarily submitting himself to a trial, to a test, was a mistake, as a person should never presume that they will be able to withstand temptation. The Almighty did test King David with the incident of Bathsheba, and David failed the test. In Psalm 17, King David expressed his regrets about that episode. Psalm 26, which we are studying today, was composed at an earlier date, and it discusses the moment that King David actually made the request that God test him. The verse says in Pasuk Beis, verse 2, "Test me, Hashem, and try me. Scrutinize my intellect and my heart." There are various explanations as to why it is improper to voluntarily submit oneself to a test. Rav Chaim Shmulevitz was of the opinion that when Hashem sends tests to us, he also offers assistance in dealing with the challenge. However, when we bring the test upon ourselves, we are not necessarily awarded with divine assistance, and we are thus more likely to succumb to failure. Another explanation is that voluntarily submitting yourself to a test reveals a slight tinge of arrogance. At the end of the day, without divine assistance, we are not really capable of accomplishing anything in this world. All success comes from the Almighty. So when I am overconfident with my future success, I am denying Hashem's involvement, and I am demonstrating a strand of arrogance. The verse in Mishlei, Proverbs, states, "Lifnei shever gaon." Arrogance always precedes destruction. King Solomon claimed that conceit always leads to a person's downfall. And throughout the Torah, there are many examples of how a person acted in a haughty fashion and subsequently experienced some measure of defeat. Yosef acted arrogantly when he was young, which led him to being sold into slavery and imprisoned for many years. Only after he humbled himself did Yosef rise to power. The Midrash says that Moshe forgot some details about Jewish law as a punishment because he once spoke in a manner that had a trace of arrogance in it. When addressing the judges, he said, "V'hadavar asher yikshe mikem takrivun elai." If the case is too difficult for you, bring it to me, and I will answer it for you. Since that statement had a hint of conceit in it, Moshe was punished and forgot some of his learning. When the great prophet Shmuel was sent to appoint the next king, Shmuel mistakenly predicted the wrong person to serve as the next king. And the Midrash says that Shmuel made this mistake because he once said the words, "Anochi haroeh," I am the one who sees. Because he boastfully claimed that he is the one who sees, the Almighty demonstrated to him that his vision is not always correct. So egotism always leads to misfortune. And if arrogance leads to downfall, conversely, humility will lead to long-term success. And this is exactly what happened to King David. King David quickly learned from his mistake, and he humbled himself, as is evident throughout the book of Tehillim, the book of Psalms. And for thousands of years, King David became the great, the legendary David HaMelech, King David. Please recite Psalm 26, and I wish you a wonderful day.